Believe me, he'd rather get it from me. He's been getting it from me all week.
What?
Patrick swore me to secrecy, but I've just got to tell someone. We're madly in love. We've been seeing each other ever since he got into town. Have a good show.
Well, we're meeting Holly. Didn't she mention it to you?
No. And I suppose you'll say it's just a silly mix-up. Well, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not going.
Fine, Rose, fine. But I do think it's time that you realize that Holly is a terrific person and would not do anything to hurt you.
Sing together.
Oh, come on.
Let's try it together. When the begin,
The begin.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Dorothy, he's sleeping. I don't want to wake him.
You could light firecrackers in his nostrils. You won't wake him.
Blanche Devereaux?
Just a moment.
I'm just like her.
You have one at home, too?
One at home? What am I, a cocker spaniel? Why don't you just give me an old sock to chew on? You know, I'm glad you showed up. There's something important we didn't discuss this afternoon, and I'd like to get that cleared up before we talk about anything else.
What is it?
Dad is coming. He just called. Oh, Big Daddy's gonna be in Miami tomorrow. I can't believe it.
I can't believe I know anyone who calls her father Big Daddy.
Back home, everybody calls him Big Daddy. Well, he's the most respected and beloved man in our town. Oh, for as long as I can remember, people...
Tell us. Is it about Ernie?
He's lousy in bed. I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with him.
No, he's not lousy. Well, I don't think he is.
Well, either he is or he isn't.
Well, I'm sure he's not. Of course, I have no proof that he's not, but still he's not.
Hey, but his days are numbered. When the revolution comes, he's the second to be shot.
Who's the first?
Morales, my next-door neighbor who knocked up my sister.
Well, this is dandy. Just dandy. I knew I should never have let you two...
Fine, rich, young black man off the top of my head.
Wait just a minute till I get a pencil.
Mama, I love Michael. I don't care about his color.
Honey, it's just a phase. Ever since Diana Ross started marrying white men.
Sophia, now just relax. We're just going over our lines for the Sound of Music. Oh, thank God.
Whoop, it is really coming down.
What's coming down?
The Liberace.
Else. How did you know that, Dorothy?
I'm clairvoyant, Rose.
You're so lucky. I get into a pool, I sink like a stone. But how did you know about Blanche?
Stuck here on Valentine's Day with the three of you. Oh, this is the worst day.
No, I can still manage the alimony payments.
No, that was not my question. I was wondering if possibly we could discuss this maybe tomorrow. You see, I have plans to go out this
Dorothy,
evening.
please. I'm afraid to be alone tonight. My world is crumbling around me. I'm at my wit's end. I don't know what I might do.
Oh, I do. You'll watch an old Barnaby Jones, eat a half-gal. Responded.
Of course I did. They were in the shoebox I took to the post office last week. Unless
what?
I sent my best pair of heels overnight mail.
Ma, this is terrible.
You're telling me now I don't have shoes for the party.
Girls,
Audrey. But look, Rose, to tell you the truth, it just wasn't the swell time I had in mind. But look, I'm starting to get a little suspicious. There's somebody else, isn't there?
tangled web we weave when first we practice to tell a fib.
Walt Whitman here has a point.
What's with this guy? He must be blind as a bat. There are lots of ways you can trick a man into thinking.
The poor kid, a D minus.
That's because substitute teachers aren't authorized to impose the death penalty. Well, since Blanche is having dinner with Jamie, we have a very important decision to make.
How about pizza?
Sounds great.
Should we go healthy and get whole wheat crust and loaf
A little on the side. You dealt with it. Wait a minute, this isn't Splash Mountain.
His friend for one day and he falls for the first little floozy that turns his head.
Blanche, did something happen between you and Sven that we don't know about?
You didn't tell them about kissing me?
Kissing him?
Or stroking my hair?
Stroking his hair?
Or feeding?
Elvis would never have left this much meat on a pork chop.
Dorothy, you're out of the club. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, ladies. See you next week. Far and wide, and never lose heart, for I know one day my prince will come.
Now, what was that supposed to mean?
I wasn't paying close attention, but from what I could make of it, she's gonna sleep with that little black guy prince. Shape up.
A lake.
I think we'll just sit here.
I'll go with you, Rose. I'm a sucker for natural beauty. And a gin and tonic. Let's find the bar call.
Blanche, I'm glad we're alone. There's something I think we should do.
Dorothy, I like you as a friend, but I think I'll pass.
A minutes by herself out in the car. We're really gonna have to be there for Ma.
Oh, Dorothy, Sophia's like my own mother. Until she feels better, I'm not going to think about anything else. My car! It's ruined!
It's just a little scratch. I can live with it.
Well, what did you do?
Coming, Kendall.
Compliments of Mr. Nesbitt.
Well, how sweet. I'll take it.
No, I've got it, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God! Find that music box. We'll have us a big old file.
Blanche, what are you doing?
Well, I certainly can't let Mama Watkins have these things. It'd be just like giving my consent to what happened. For my sake and my mama's, I cannot do that.
Blanche, your father obviously loved this woman. You loved this woman. I think you'll feel a lot. Albums. Ma, they're for you. They're for us.
They're for later. Let's go.
Come on, Ma, the park can wait. Let's do this now.
Okay? Well, let's make it quick.
Oh, Ma, look. Here's you holding me when I was a baby. Do you remember what was going through your mind then?
Didn't?
Oh, really? Well, I have it on videotape. Would you like to see it?
Get out.
Rose, you sounded so strange on the phone. Is something wrong? Tell me.
Well, why don't we sit down first?
What?
Mary, it's not just the disruption to my life, it's seeing him do nothing with his.
Look, Stanley, you took him in. Now it is your problem, and you are going to have to deal with it.
You're right. There's only one thing I can do, and it's the hardest thing in the world.
You're going to ask Michael to leave your home.
No. I'm going to ask you to ask Michael to leave my home.
Who was identified as Guido.
World's Fair. That's to have your picture taken with a Guido booth.
Ma, you were married to somebody else. I have a right to know about it.
Wrong. There are some things a daughter should not know about her mother. You're always sticking your nose in where...
And? Okay. And Captain Kangaroo.
Oh, and look here, Dorothy. This is my grandmother, Marcel d'Aberval. Pure Southern through and through. Say, live with him?
That's right, Sophia.
Not marry him, live with him.
Yes.
2 world wars, a Polish pope, and now this. I I may live to see CBS come up with a morning show yet.
I just don't know what to do.
Well, Frank.
I can't believe my pussycat's been out with that guy for 3 hours. I'm getting worried. Maybe I should call the police. Nah, he's probably okay.
Wow, it's after midnight. She must be having a good time.
Not necessarily.
What do you mean?
Oh, don't you remember a date you and I had a few years back?
Ma, you're making this up.
So what? I'm old. I'm supposed to be colorful.
Dorothy.
Kelly Brothers.
That was all true. To this day, I get flushed every time I pass the jungle gym.
Oh, come on, Blanche. That story is no truer than the one you told about you and Buzz in the lunar...
Losing weight. Come with me. Remember the first week you were here, we put a mark on the back wall to measure how tall we were? You said they did that at the home to show how your height was declining. Oh, Blanche is right. You are a little bit shorter.
Then you don't have to worry about losing weight.
And you...
What the hell are all those sardines doing in the kitchen?
Wait till you're my age. We'll see what kind of straws you clutch at.
Pleasure to be here.
Raoul doesn't speak much English.
Ma, where did you beat him?
He owns a flower shop next to the dog track. I won big yesterday, so I figured I'd treat myself and rent him a tuxedo. Yeah, having fun, Raoul?
It's a pleasure to be here.
He kills me.
Sunny Pastures was everything that Ma said it would be.
And how there was crud on the floor, rats in the hallway, and 60 people to every blanket. It wasn't fit for human life. Although in my village in Sicily, it would have been a 2-star motel.
Ma, you're exaggerating, but not by much.
Highest honor there is. Oh, I never dreamed that someone as unqualified as I am would ever be nominated for anything so important.
I guess Dan Quayle really opened the floodgates.
Last year, Gretchen Lillehammer won for running into the burning... He bought champagne and we toasted our first skydive tomorrow.
You what?
We're gonna go skydiving.
You're going skydiving? A room with a view. A room with a... I mean, good luck. What business did you have inviting my sister to live here?
Ma, what are you talking about? You're the one who invited her to live in Miami.
Yeah, Miami the city, not Miami my house.
Am I missing something?
You don't know Angela like I do. All my life, she always wanted whatever I had, even if she didn't want it. She'll live here a while, see how nice I have it, she'll try to muscle in.
Oh, Ma, where did you get those glasses?
They're an old pair of Pops, but at least they've got prescription lenses.
I know you can't possibly see through them. Now take them off before you hurt yourself.
No, they're great. I see just fine. Who's the black guy?
Sophia, this is serious, honey. According to this book, if Rose doesn't confront Dr. Norgan, she could take her hostilities out on us.
Tunnels. He'll have to drive through tunnels.
Cheesecake, good idea. Now we can be old and fat. But that's impossible, Clayton. Brothers can't marry sisters. That's right, you're from the South.
No one can help you with that decision, Dorothy. I can't tell you what to do. I mean, I won't be around forever. I'd like to know there was someone here to love you and take care of you like you take care of me. Maybe he could give you a bigger allowance. I mean, it's nice now and then to buy something that's not generic.
This is terrible. I was raised to hate communists. I remember in the early 50s when McCarthy came to St. Olaf to speak in the town square. I was never so moved by a public speaker. Although some people thought he was a puppet for the right wing. No, wait, that was Charlie McCarthy. I'm here on an age discrimination case, and you're telling me I'm too old?
Oh, it is not me. It is Enrique Mas.
I'm confused.
Please, let me explain. You see, there are two me's. There is Enrique Mas, the dedicated consumer advocate fighting...
Father was the only one.
Well, she finally left, didn't she, Sophia?
Yeah, I'll never forget that day. Your father stayed home from work. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the day off. I don't know what he did, but he was happy when I got home.
Since Charlie was a traveling salesman, sometimes I'd be alone.
Now, you just settle down. You hear me? Settle down.
Ooh, don't make me do this, Dorothy. This ball feels like it weighs about 100 pounds.
Honey, I sympathize with you. I mean, anyone who has ever competed understands what you're going through. So listen, sweetheart, if you don't feel like bowling, you don't have to.
Oh, good.
You just hold on.
Tough break, Sophia. 1 minute you're about to entertain the masses, the next you're back on a foot covering a corn pad. Now you know how Valerie Harper feels.
Well,
I'd love to.
Oh, hello there, Stanley.
Oh, hi, guys.
You just wait right here, honey. You will never guess what this impulsive, wonderful fool just did. He bought a fire engine red convertible, put it on his credit card. I have to get it wrapped.
Hey, dude, so...
Now, Stan, you have to try to pull yourself together.
Hey, babe, don't worry. I'm a survivor. Everything's cool. The cat who's gonna cut me is primo.
I said pull yourself together, not talk like Sammy Davis Jr.
I only meant that the operation is a very common procedure. Everything's gonna turn out just fine.
Are destroying the family. You are destroying the family, and I'm going to be all alone.
I'll make her a cup of tea and calm her down.
I'd better go talk to her.
Dorothy, wait.
No, this has gone too far.
I realize that. You just can't flat out tell her. If she realizes this was a joke, you know, Blanche. Do more harm than good.
No, I left an hour ago. What does it look like?
Look, can't the two of you at least say goodbye like civilized human beings? All right, that's it. I give up. I give up. Ma, goodbye. Angela, let's go. No, wait. I have something I want to say. When I was a little girl, there were two people. Go.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Please come in. You must be from the catering company.
Actually, I'm from Atlanta. I'm Margaret Spencer.
Whoa.
What a coincidence. Blanche's father is marrying a Margaret Spencer from Atlanta.
I think you're right. Well, whose favorite is the peanut butter vanilla? Oh, it must be mine. Just put that in the freezer for me, would you, Rose? The Eden Frugans, what a lovely idea. If we'd had them in the old days, we wouldn't have had to fight that disruptive Civil War.
I don't know what to say.
Is it just your heart that's clogged or your ears too? Let me start again. A half a pound of lox, a dozen bagels assorted, no coffee, 2 prune Danish, 6 sour pickles, and a container of cream cheese.
Come in.
Sir, I caught this old lady assaulting a man over the last tube of Preparation H. The tube broke and it's all over aisle 7. I detained her for scooping up the rest of the ointment and putting it in her purse.
Well, we've been friends for nearly 60 years. Would you mind saying a few words?
Me? Mind? Well, I'd be happy to. Up here. Oh.
Today is a day of great. Oh, this is boring.
I know how we could make the time go faster. We could sing a work song like they do on the railroad. Just follow my lead. Gonna stuff a chicken.
Gonna stuff the chicken.
Like my mama taught me.
Like my mama taught me.
And this afternoon.
Pardon me?
Now, that's just a little joke to ease the tension of the moment.
Right. I tried to think of something funny to say this afternoon when Art walked in on us. But standing there in my shorts, nothing came to mind.
Bring in a pine log, check a bull for a hernia.
I guess the really rough part is getting him to turn his head and cough.
Come on, Rose, pick a category we can compete in.
All right, what about that dance marathon? Whose butt got whooped that night?
How did you know that we...
Dear Blanche, I guess you know by now, I'm really sorry. The thing is, I really liked you. This time was different. You're a special lady. Way with it.
Same reason the dog licks himself, Dorothy. Because he can.
Where's Stan?
That wasn't Stan at the door.
Oh, who was it?
Now, Dorothy, just stay calm. Okay, just relax. Now, don't do anything you'll be... I don't know.
Oh, honey, please. We're really sorry.
Well, I might forgive you, but I can't speak for Baby.
Is there something we can do to smooth things over?
Well, a kiss on the...
Jim Shoe? Jim Shoe? Oh, I get it. Jim Shoe. Very funny.
Excuse me, I am Jim Shoe.
Terribly sorry. I thought a woman who's done something with her life.
Well, Dorothy, I'd like to help, but... I can't go out with him on such short notice.
I meant done something with her life standing up. I'm talking about me.
Well, then I'm fine, too. I'm fine. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, I wish you could have told me that on the phone. The last couple of hours waiting were the hardest.
I know. But even people who test negative often need more counseling.
Oh, I feel wonderful. I feel great.
Well, evidently, you had all the emotional...
Hindenburg disaster. Ma, look who's here.
Oh, so, Mary. When's the baby due?
Ma, you're talking to a 16-year-old girl.
A knocked-up 16-year-old girl. What's wrong, Dorothy?
Ma, you were right again. He was just using me.
Sit down, pussycat. I want to tell you something. You give...
What?
Elliot made it.
What? What did Elliot make? A ship in a bottle? What?
Elliot made a pass at me.
Elliot made a pass at you? You mean he winked at you? He winks at everyone. He's a...
Sit out there on his family's front porch in that old hickory rocking chair and whittle. Just whittle. I used to pass by there on my way home from school, and I'd say, "Hi, Ben." And he'd yell back, "Hi, Blanche. Stay away from my grandsons." Anyway, I realized that Ben...
Insert bullets into your victim manually.
Okay, Ma, I'll try it again. But believe me, there is nothing in this world I hate more. I spoke too soon.
Honey, it's me, Stan. Wait, let me rephrase that. It's me.
We had a pig once. All the male pigs loved her. Oh, she was very beautiful. And she got pregnant, and we never knew who the father was.
Oh, my God, Rose, what did you do on Father's Day?
Here we go. Week of the 7th. Let's see.
Who was it?
Blanche? Cheerful demeanor that we are talking to a new hospital administrator?
Not even close.
Well, what'd you do? Take an antidepressant?
Oh, don't say. But I was depressed, incredibly depressed. I didn't know which way to turn or where to go. So I stopped in at the coffee shop at the Fountain Rock for a root beer float to make me.
Either that story is actually funny, or the batteries are going in and out in my hearing aid. Rose, I want you to know that I think it's very sweet that you're keeping an old lady company.
Thought by appearing out of nowhere would have been more than you could handle.
Well, shouldn't it be up to me to decide what I can and can't handle?
No, Rose. Not up to me either. It's up to the man who brought us together today.
The intern in the paper shoes?
No, Rose. The Lord Almighty. Oh.
I will continue to see Glenn for as long as I please.
Is he gonna leave his wife?
Ma, for the first time in a long time, I am really happy. So please leave me alone.
If you're so happy, how come I hear you pacing in your room night after night?
I can't sleep. I have a lot on my...
Lucky. Not so lucky. The man in your bed is dead. What? Dead.
Oh, Sophia. He's not dead. I was just in there.
So was I. I went to put back your laundry. And I see there's a man on the bed, so I introduced myself. But he doesn't answer.
Look, I don't mind being divorced or having to struggle to pay my bills or having to eat my weight in supplements every morning, but I will not do this. I will not become an old person. Ooh, rain's coming. Isn't this a bit sudden? Odd and a bit sudden?
No, I've been doing it for years at children's hospitals. It's been the one bright spot in my life. That and you. Dorothy, I've been lawyering 70 hours a week since I was 25. Can change it.
And that must be my socks and underwear coming back from the laundry. That is one of the biggest drawbacks of being without a wife. Chrissy.
Chrissy?
I had to talk to you, Big Stan. Why didn't you return my phone calls?
There's nothing to talk about, Chrissy.
Big Stan?
You see, I am 44 years old.
Wow, this is great. I was afraid we wouldn't have anything in common. We're almost the same age.
Rose, you make her sound like an old woman. Actually, she's much closer to my age.
Lorraine, these are my roommates. That's Blanche Devereaux, Rose. No.
What did you say?
I said no.
I guess we're paying full price for the cocktail, Franks.
Good news. Clayton and Doug said they'd love to go to the banquet with us.
What? Oh, are you out of what is left of your mind? Why did you invite them?
Fun in the buff at a mountain retreat. Hike, swim, and play volleyball while the sun beats down on your fanny. Call David Horowitz. I mean, how can they get away with this misrepresentation?
I don't understand how people can run around showing their naked bodies to
How to tie a square knot.
Well, I am glad somebody taught you how to do this.
I just love to watch you two kiss. The last picture was a little blurry. It was hard to tell who was who. No offense, Pussycat.
Pussycat, huh? Nobody's called me that since the...
Her name was Uma Van Heflin. No relation. Although she too collected string. Well, one day...
Rose, stop yourself. You're doing two of them at the same time.
I know, and I'd like to try to handle it.
Results of the blood test. I'm a nervous wreck.
It'll only take a few minutes. Relax, would you?
Oh, Ma, how can I relax? Any minute now, somebody can walk in here and tell me you're not really my mother.
Let me remind you of something that may set your mind at ease.
Are you going to tell a story?
No, I'm going to sing a Negro spiritual.
The questions we've selected will test your general knowledge. It's not an easy exam. History tells us that only 10% of you will score high enough to be asked back.
Wow, 10%, only 1 out of 5.
It was a safe that fell on her head. Anyway, Henny Penny, being a chicken, not the brightest bird in the world, immediately jumped to the wrong conclusion.
Oh, dear. A piece of blue sky just fell on my head.
Now, isn't somebody going to say something? Ma? Angela? Fine, I'll wait.
You know what I think?
That reindeer really know how to fly?
Well, that's what the fight was about.
My father offered a dowry and Charlie wouldn't take it.
Oh, maybe that's because he knew eventually those beans would stop jumping.
Or maybe he just loved me. Beans. I'll have you know it was the...
Promise? Why don't you ask me to sign it in blood? What happened to trust? You don't want me to drive a car? Fine. But don't ask me to promise. Don't humiliate me. Leave me with what little dignity I have left.
Ma, I'm sorry, honey. Of course I trust you.
Louise couldn't take it. She keeled over. Kaput. The funeral is on Saturday.
Sophia, that's terrible.
You think that's bad? Guess who I volunteered to give the eulogy?
I'm busy.
Busy? It's sunny, isn't it?
No, I'm just confused. I need time to think.
You take all the time you need. But before I go, I want you to know something. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh or sing.
Oh, it's been so long. Boy, you look... It's been so long.
I know, and you look exactly the way you did at our high school graduation. Of course, rumors were that you were 3 months pregnant.
Bring in a pine log, check a bull for a hernia?
I guess the really rough part is getting him to turn his head and cough.
Come on, Rose, pick a category we can compete in. All right, what about that dance marathon? Whose butt got whooped that night? How did you know that? And they were nice enough to give me a ride home. Oh, by the way, Chuck says yo. Chuck from Arco or Chuck from Shell? Shell. Big Chuck from Shell or little Chuck from Shell?
Blanche, I think you're spending too much time at the full-service island.
Oh, Lord, I act like a bad girl once in my life and I get caught.
We ran a make on that gentleman friend of yours. Seems he's wanted for jewel theft in 4 states. Afraid I'm gonna have to ask...
Oh, I hurt my back on parallel, Sophia. Oh, it's you. Look where you're going.
We're almost through with our half of the list.
Rose, tomorrow I want to double the number of sandwiches. Grab some of that aluminum foil.
Are you two still gonna sell lunches, even after that Johnny No-Thumbs leaned on you again?
He didn't lean on it.
You know, Sophia, we shouldn't be doing this. Sarah's gonna be here any minute.
Look, Marvin, I know you two are very close, but frankly, she's starting to get on my nerves.
Sophia, you mustn't speak about Sarah like
Oh,
that.
wake up, Marvin. The woman is a control freak. It's time you got rid of her.
No, don't say that.
She has no right to run your life. She's only your sister.
She's not my sister. She's my wife.
Credits you took, history.
Sophia, have you been out in the hot sun too long?
It's a possibility. Is there wax running out of my ears?
Boy, Trudy is beating the dickens out of Dorothy.
Oh, I just have to catch my breath.
Give me enough to endorse that slime on a shingle.
Ma, this is a nationwide commercial. There is a lot of money involved here.
Sorry, Dorothy. There are 2 things a Sicilian won't do. Lie about pizza and file a tax return. Forget it,
Until you move to Miami, currently seeking work in the private sector. Voila! This is the resume of a potential hospital administrator.
Well, I don't know if I can pull it off, but
After they get the approval number on your MasterCard.
Good night.
Oh, shut up.
This food, except for the carrot raisin salad. I've never understood carrot raisin salad.
No, Mrs. Taylor, it's Flintstone, not Flintstein. Lovely neighbors you got there, mister.
No, get away. Go over there. Move.
Okay, take it easy.
Able to walk in October.
So, where are you going?
Out with a friend from work. Is it the same friend you've been out with 5 times in the last 3 weeks? Yes. All right, spill it. Who is he?
his name is Dr. Jonathan.
You see, 10 seconds, nothing happened. Oh, God! Ma, stop.
Ooh, suddenly somebody believes me.
Did I hear the bell?
Listen, Rose, do me a favor. Look out the peephole and see who's at the door.
Sure, Dorothy. Gee, it's...
Out of commitment, you dumped him. It's like 6 weeks is your cutoff point.
Oh, it is not.
It is, too. You were getting along great. You seemed to like each other. You had a wonderful time together.
I don't want to talk about it, Dorothy. Besides, Stephen just didn't have all the qualities I look for in a man.
Hi, girls. What a great day.
Instead of making love.
Oh, I don't care about that anymore. I don't care about anything anymore. Life has no meaning.
So, who's for popcorn?
I don't know what to expect of myself with this.
Corn at the movies.
You know, I always wanted mink. I thought it would make me look elegant and impressive.
We didn't have mink in Sicily. You wanted to impress someone, you shot their brother.
Oh, Blanche, you must be feeling better.
Better?
A special bond. I can't imagine life without her telling me what a yutz I am, what a lousy husband I was, how my toupee looks like a monkey's behind. God, I love that woman.
I do, too. Oh, what are we going to do if she doesn't make it?
She's going to be fine.
Come to the ball, and I'll throw you down the aisle. This is embarrassing. Now get back out there.
Oh, girls, I'm so sorry to be late. I ran out of gas on the way home. It was just horrible. Nobody would stop to help me. This could never have happened in the old South. What has become of chivalry? When men used to open doors for you, pull out your chair, tip their hat.
Director of the St. Olaf Community Playhouse. A lot of people don't know this, but the family drama, Hey, That's My Tractor, got its start right there.
Wasn't the musical version called Hey, Hey, That's My Tractor?
Anyway, during the auditions, the first woman who walked through that door...
Have to stink. And if you stay and work at it and everything turns out, you'll have a place to visit when the things at home really get to stink.
I just can't, like, come here whenever.
You can just, like, come here whenever.
Well, I don't mind the garden, but it's like the vacuum.
Day with a big pile of eggs and cinnamon toast. Oh, damn. Almost forgot the old lady's got to eat.
She isn't here.
What?
She isn't here. She left last night. You didn't know?
No, I did not know. What do you mean, left? Where'd she go?
Sissel.
Good night.
Ma, I am not gay. I just wanted to get your reaction.
I'll tell you the truth, Dorothy. If one of my kids was gay, I wouldn't love him one bit less. I would wish him all the happiness in the world.
It's because you're the greatest mother in the world I've ever known in my life.
That's not all. There's something else I don't like about him.
What?
I don't know. It's a hunch. I can't put my finger on it, but if I could, I would have to wash it.
Ma, do me one favor. Stay here until we're finished.
I can't believe you think your own mother would embarrass you.
Mara, we'll handle the situation. Tell Gresham we can get together next week. No, he'll have to come here. I can't go to the coast. No, we're going to have to try to keep that whole week clear for my honeymoon. Sometime around the 17th. Well, if you can close it, all right, do so. Call me. I'm on the plane.
I'm leaving. I'm not about to mourn a man who's been with every woman in this room.
He was never with me.
I guess even he had his standards.
Hold it. Stay where you are. Father, if you don't mind my saying so, I think you lost control of the room.
Two very eccentric old ladies who used to bathe together and floss each other's teeth. I kicked him out one morning, and that very afternoon went down to the supermarket to advertise for new ones. That was when I first met Rose.
In our line of work, too. Now, what do you see?
I see an angel.
Very good. How about this one?
I see a dove perched upon the throne of God.
Excellent. And this?
I see the Blessed Mother smiling sweetly as she pours love upon the...
Mother, Mrs. Sophia Petrillo. Ma, this is my boss, Mr. Allen.
Pleased to meet you, Mrs. Petrillo. What brings you to our humble home?
Is he gay?
Come on, honey, I'll walk you to the car.
Goodbye, Mrs. Petrillo.
Again.
I told you when he calls, take the message and throw it out. I'm back to my old self. Blanche Devereaux has returned.
Oh, boy, strike up the gland.
How rude. You think she'd feel sorry for me?
To tell you the truth, I don't feel sorry for you either.
Fella's getting out. Gee, that's going to be rough. I bet after 10 years in the jug, he's going to be pretty short on foreplay.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Just came out on the 5th season, so we're just here really to pay homage. I just came here to get my pictures taken with the girls again. What we learned, Mitch and I talk about this all the time, is most shows. It was my first real big, sitcom, and most people when you start writing on a sitcom,
St. Olaf painting. Well, every year she goes into her mating ritual and gives off little signals. I mean, she releases a scent, she changes the way she stands, she makes tiny little whistling noises.
I do that.
Yes, but don't you see, that's all she does. I mean, she plays hard to get.
To hell with this town. Come away with me. But Biff, you're a drifter. How can I just pull up stakes and run off with you? Please reconsider.
And then one day, suddenly, Pee-wee disappeared. Well, we docked in Sicily, and I was going through customs, and I noticed a strange odor coming from my suitcase. I thought it was the veal shank that I was bringing over for Mother's Day. But when the customs man opened the suitcase...
So your wife had triplets.
That's wonderful.
What are they?
That's when 3 babies are born at the same time.
Look, I really appreciate you all taking care of Emily, and I am sorry if I caused you any trouble.
Oh, she was no trouble at all. She was just a precious little angel. Well, it's time to go home now, Emily. Certainly.
What to do about Cousin Milo and Uncle Vito?
Oh, yeah, I have an idea on that. Now, look, they're both family. They'll understand. What do you say we all chip in and put them up at the Holiday Inn?
Oh, sounds good to me.
Me too. What do you think, Ma?
You know, in the right hands and the right bag, this chip beef is not half bad.
Understand anymore? You don't even like him. You practically begged me to go out with him to get him off your back. Now you're angry because I didn't have a terrible time? Why do you care?
Oh, I don't know. I just know I'm terribly upset because I'm letting this get me terribly upset. Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. Listen, last night...
The communion dress. I was there for you when you needed a prom dress. I was there for you when you needed a wedding dress. And frankly, I'm sick of it. Buy your own damn dress. I'll be over at Mildred's.
Rose Nyland?
No, and if I start acting like her...
Anything interesting happen while I was gone?
Does this mean you're back?
If you'll have me.
Ma got a letter from Gina Marie Donatelli. Her cousin Joe is hanging new wallpaper in Tony Bennett's guest bathroom.
Oh, I should have known that you weren't a saint. It's too much to expect a miracle this late in the game.
What happened?
Oh, bedtime, Rose.
Does that mean we can't talk anymore?
No, they just like you to stay in your own bed.
Oh, darn.
Huh.
I didn't get to break.
Rose! Rose! Rose, will you wake up? You have a call.
Is it time to milk the cows, Daddy?
No, kitten. You have a phone call.
What did you say, Dorothy?
You have a phone.
Stocks and bonds. Hey, this is found money. This is fun money. This is hot beaches and sweaty men money. This is get naked and roll around on the ground money.
Even your money has more fun than I do.
I'll show you the rest of the house.
Fine.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are?
Oh, about as old as you are.
To lose a husband that young.
Okay, places.
Hi, Dorothy. Come right in. Raymond, I'm afraid I have something to tell you. Oh, you shouldn't have.
I know. Shouldn't have done that either.
Yes, you should. Do it again.
And I'll raise you a quarter. By the way, Rose, your shoe is untied.
I'm too smart for you, Sophia. You're not going to distract me this time. Besides, I'm wearing pumps.
Your pump is untied.
Thanks.
Begged her to come back to her.
So I guess you're not going to see him again.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will.
What? Listen, pussycat, it's been a long time since you've been out on a date. And it's quite possible you can no longer judge a good one from a bad one. So let me be of help. Bad date, Dorothy. Bad.
Bobby, let's go. The exchange is going down. Move it.
What's going on?
Mr. McDowell, there's no time to explain. You just get on the floor and stay there. Is that clear? On the floor now.
This is all because you're going through the change?
God, I hate that expression.
What is the big deal, Blanche? It's nothing. Look at it this way. You don't get cramps once a month. You don't go on eating binges once a month. You don't get crazy once a month.
You just grow a beard.
Honey, what happened, you poor darling?
I went to the police station today to get an update on my case. I borrowed your pocket hairspray. I took it from your dressing table. You know what this humidity does to my hair.
I know. Cotton candy.
Well, just as I entered the police station, I saw there was this cute officer there who's...
Diz, you already forgot lessons 1 and 3. Quit being an idiot! I stole $40 from you while you were listening to that cockamamie story.
She's not back yet?
No.
I don't understand. What could they be doing all this time?
You know what they're doing.
Yeah, I also know Stan. We were married for 38 years. And I should do what to myself? Hello?
Dorothy, is your mother all right?
Oh, fine. She does something wrong. Suddenly she's my mother.
But they always died.
I see what you mean. They needed their freedom.
No, they needed their air. I always forgot to punch holes in the lid. The point is, it's the same with all magical moments. You can't capture them forever, no matter what Kodak tells you.
So what you're saying, Ma, is that... But I made him from a sock.
10 minutes before airtime. It was in Argyle. Back in those days, Kolak used to be from Scotland. Everything about that show came from inside my head.
And off your foot.
Kids started tuning in droves.
When we sat down to our meal, Nick ordered a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail, which was positively uncanny because Miles always began his meal with a whiskey neat and a shrimp cocktail.
You haven't had much experience with the uncanny, have you, Rose?
Oh, Rose, I thought I heard your voice.
I don't get it. When we're on the dance floor, it feels like we're made for each other. But tonight, with all these brilliant friends at the party, I felt like a fish out of water. Oh, sure, I didn't flop around on the floor with my eyes bulging out, gasping for air. I haven't done that at a party.
I am going to keep one arm around your waist to make sure you don't disappear again.
Darling, this is Alfred. He's an ear, nose, and throat specialist. He says he's been looking for love in all the wrong places.
Is it my stroke or did they do this already?
Oh, hi, Ma. Where you been?
I took Augie to that cafeteria in the mall.
Boy, you and Augie have been seeing a lot of each other these past few days.
Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun. Augie's a terrific guy and a gentleman. Every time I leave the table...
Miles, have you ever thought about us getting married?
Well, sure. Yeah, eventually, as soon as I put a little money away. What, you think I'm being cheap again, huh?
Naive to think you'd give an old woman one last chance to regain her daughter's respect. Now I guess I'll just stick my head in the oven and see
right,
what...
Ma. Maybe guilt will work, but Ma, this is the last time.
Oh, thanks, Pussycat. You won't regret it. Now, would you mind taking him out for a walk tonight?
It isn't easy, but I'll try to serve with love.
Oh, bravissimo, encore, date me.
Blanche?
Well, he was good.
Glorious, glorious. Jeffrey is a dream. It was even worth the guilt I felt over sticking Blanche with Stan. Incidentally, is she still speaking to me?
She's not home yet.
Oh, poor Blanche. When Stan is depressed, he is the second most boring man in the world.
Who's the first?
Stan when he's not depressed.
Then came the moment of truth. There was a man. He asked me to sleep with him. I said no. But I knew something greater than my willpower was necessary for me to resist him, so I called my sister.
Did she help talk you through it?
Oh, better than that. She drove straight over.
No, I don't.
Look, Moose.
What?
We don't know where Blanche is.
No, that's right. I mean, she could be gone for hours, days. I mean, it could be weeks before she gets back.
We're back. You two hardly sound like old friends.
Blanche is right. We should be more positive. Dorothy, you look wonderful.
The left one turned out nice.
Dorothy!
Oh, come on, Rose, I'm just kidding. They're both practically the same size. How about giving me a hand in the kitchen?
Sicilian, yachts means Apollo.
Ma, will you stop that?
It wouldn't hurt you to learn how to kiss up.
Stanley, one question. If things are going so well, what is it you want?
Glad you asked, babe. I need your help. I want to export the Zborny to Japan.
It's with a view of the ocean. Personally, I like number 3.
I'm sorry, but that's more than we're willing to spend for a guest room. Yes, I do know the expression.
Blanche.
Dorothy! Go, Dorothy, go!
I'm sorry, I'm looking for Rose Nyland. I'm an old friend. Rose! It's me, Thor!
Thor? Thor Anderson! I can't believe it! Oh, everybody, this is Thor Anderson.
Hi, everybody.
Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. And Dr. Gordon W. Taylor obviously looked at it with desire in his eyes. Why else would he ask me out for Friday night?
So you canceled the surgery for a date?
Well, it wasn't just any old date. It was a date with a plastic surgeon, Rose. Beauty is his stock in trade. He can create any face, any body he wants. Roger, Edgar, Bert, Leonard. Well, what are they all doing here?
I invited everybody in your address book.
The little red one by my nightstand?
No, the little black one next to your hot body oil dispenser.
Wait a...
At least an honorable mention.
I want you to know, going on this cruise changed my life. Being with Arnie made me realize that I can care for a man again without feeling guilty about it. Oh, it's a nice feeling, you know, that when one part of your life is over, another part can begin. Now I'm rehearsal. It's such a nice day, I think I'll walk.
Like that?
No, I'll probably take longer strides when I get to the sidewalk. But...
I meant her costume. I mean, people are going to think she's nuts.
You think she's nuts anyway? This'll confirm it.
Oh, morning, Ma. How'd you sleep?
Pretty good. I dreamed I was making love to Jay Leno.
That's a strange dream for you to have.
Not really. It was Monday night and he was filling in for Carl.
Then this morning I woke up and I was in the shower shampooing my hair and I heard humming. Well, I thought there was someone in there with me. No, it was me. I was humming. And humming means I'm feeling good. And then I realized I was feeling good because of you. You made the difference.
Really?
Yes.
Like what?
Like Spanish fly.
Spanish flies?
Fly, Rose, one fly.
Oh, come on, Dorothy. I've been to Spain. It's not the cleanest country in the world. They've got thousands of flies. Valencia alone.
It is not a fly, Rose.
Spanish fly is not a...
Rose, you all right?
I just feel a little faint. I think getting together with my old friends is starting to get to me.
Rose, you don't know anybody here.
So the snubbing isn't race-oriented?
Oh, God, you know I really hate reunions. I mean, everybody is so plastic. Raising a household. It's for my mother. I don't want to give her any ideas.
You're a sports agent? Hey, I bet we know some of the same people. I was one of the first women ever allowed in the Miami Dolphins locker room.
Reporter?
Photographer.
I don't understand. There must be some mistake, I'm sure.
I got it in my hair. It was hitting me like pellets. I got a piece of rice in my eye. She could have put my eye out.
Well, I never had food like that in my life.
Now, I spent a summer in Italy 4 years ago. I never ate this well. Of course, I never ate. Who had the time or the energy, if you get my drift? Oh, I just never had a mind for that.
Oh, me neither. I never had a mind for money matters. I always used to let Stanley handle all our investments.
Did he have a head for numbers?
Stanley? The man used to have to get naked to count to 21.
I know what you're thinking, that I'm only after your money. But I love you from the depths of my soul. The fact that you're a wealthy widow only makes me want to protect you, not to take advantage of you.
Whoa, Willie. You got your
Marquee at Caesar's Palace. Rain, Rose.
Where is that idiot Stan? Angela will be here from the airport any minute.
I don't know where he is. You know, Stan's always late. He was even late for our first date.
And then you were late.
Thanks again, Rose.
Oh, you're welcome, Milton. Now, you let me know how it works out.
I certainly will.
And no more tears.
Right. Bye-bye.
Oh, he's such a royal pain in the butt. But it's all part of my job.
You don't have a job.
One woman who even had her jaw wired shut.
Oh, is that something that you'll be testing, Rose?
Here you all are.
How'd your physical go?
Oh, just fine. The doctor could not believe it when I told him my age.
Why? What age did you tell him?
Why not?
Let me tell you a story. Picture it. Sicily, 1881. A beautiful young peasant girl.
Mama, not another story.
Sophia, come closer.
That's it. You're moving in here. Salvador and I talked about it, and we think it's best for
Oh, you think it's best for me? You didn't...
And this is my friend Blanche.
Hello, you all. I have had such a great time here that I would like to express my appreciation to Premier Gorbachev on this special day. Happy birthday.
Stop here. This isn't stuff. This is my life.
Well, why are you bringing your life into our living room?
There have been some robberies in Rocco's building, and he asked me to store his valuables.
Yeah, but Ma, we don't have enough space for this stuff.
Don't worry, I have plenty of space in my room. Come on, Rocco.
And listen, when the two of you go in there, I want you to leave.
As it turns out, it wasn't such a bad thing to do. The stuff tasted great, and Salvador decided to market it. At first, it didn't move so well. Linguine with ear salve on a menu doesn't look too appetizing. But once he changed the name to pesto sauce, it moved like hotcakes. Mabel, he'll blow my head off.
Rose, you've got to do something. This is crippling you.
Just save whatever pieces you find, Sophia. I can glue it back together.
You bet. Whatever I find, I love that vase.
Down at the bottom in itty bitty time.
Our ad in yesterday's paper should have read, Sitwell cortisone salve prevents hemorrhoids, not presents hemorrhoids.
Below that. Oh, nobody's ever going to even see it. Everybody's going to still think I'm 68.
And dead. Why does she